1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Seems like it's going okay. Just guys, I found out that soon it's gonna be the briefing from JD Vance. So I'm here. Connection is excellent. Okay. What the fuck, Denys from Toronto? Yeah, everything is what the fuck. What the fuck? Everything is what the fuck. I'm trying to figure out the stream right now. Hello, hello, hi guys. There will be the briefing of JD Vance. Hope it's not yet been started. Emergency briefing. Let me show you this one. Jeez. Vice President Vance delivers remarks in Islamabad. That's why I want to go for it, yeah. Maybe I'm also gonna make some of the thumbnail. I don't know, I'm not sure whether I will be on time before the speech. Not sure then they will start the stream. Just need to pump out everything, you know. I need to put all of the data. Sorry, I will not put attention for now for the chat, but it appeared so rapidly, you know. I mean, this. Well, now we should have the chat. Yeah, now we have it. And also now we have, yes, it's working. And let's make thumbnail, yeah, with you. Congratulations with what? Who gives a fuck to the events emergency briefing? No way you're... It's very interesting for me, actually. It's our situation, yeah, it reflects like what is happening. Okay, what should I go for? Screenshot. Yeah, not really nice pic. Okay, will be this one. This pic with JD Vance. Should I go for JD Vance? Just looking for the picture with JD Vance. Maybe I should put his meme picture just for fun. Or maybe this one, I'm not sure. Let's go up to the top, I guess. It's not loading. Yeah, like this one maybe. A bad quality picture. A bad quality pic. Have they started yet or not? No, we're still waiting. 7,226 people waiting. I have the sound on. It seems like it will pump out at any moment. It's interesting then. Need to change the thumbnail. How are you doing, guys? How is the weather and everything? What do you think about those negotiations in Iran? And then it's heard that Russians may be starting to come to the negotiation table. Now Ukraine is hurting them so bad. I haven't heard those. Like Budanov said something, but Budanov says different stuff actually. I wouldn't trust Budanov with that analysis. The name of the video, is it the end? That is what I did. Is it the end? The end of the world? Is it the end? I'm getting crazy. I'm so exhausted, guys. I haven't slept well the last night, so. Is it the end? Ah, shit. Too much text. Let's make it like this. So, something like that, yeah. Sport. Save. And I'm gonna change the thumbnail on YouTube. Is this the end? How to change it? Stream settings. I'll just change the thumbnail and that's it. And we'll share it on my Telegram. Of course, on Telegram. Of course. And on the main channel too. Because why not? Need to share everything. Where is my video? My thumbnail. Yes, here. Edit preview. YouTube is crazy. Why it doesn't have the option to post like standard videos? Open the door. Can you hear the drum? There's panic on the mountain cause a new god's home. He doesn't recognize himself. What he's done. What? Do we have someone on Twitch? Or everyone is sleeping? Oh, 10 viewers, nice. But no one is commenting. Why no one is commenting on Twitch? We need comments. One comment to check the Twitch comment. Come on. Hungarians don't let us down. Yeah, I'm sure they will. The problem that Orban, whether he accepts the defeat or not, or will he start to retaliate against the old people? Guys in a Twitch, we have 10 viewers in a Twitch. Today I sent you to a really funny video on Instagram. Okay, I'll check it out. Funny video on Instagram. I really check messages there. On Instagram? Did you send it for me? I don't see it in my private messages. Maybe I have some of the requests, notifications. No, we don't have. You have such a German personality. Mannerism and personality. Maybe, maybe all Germans after all. Deutsch und Soldaten und no. Still waiting for the stream to open. Denys, why did he leave Ukraine? Who? I need my legs out of the Twitch. What? What? What tricks or sneaky things with FSB do you help Orban? Me? Orban? No, FSB do to help Orban. Well, they were planning some of the assassination imitation or something like that. Well, I'm not sure. Like I tell what media tells. They bribe their own people with everything. Why did you leave Ukraine? Because. Playing in my head, this is the end. Yeah. How are you doing? I'm doing great, Ben. Hi, Cockster Mobster. How are you doing? I'm waiting for Hexet to be tried. Yet it in the hog? Yes. In the hog. Oh, just remember I have Z Twix in the refrigerator. As of this, listening to Vance is useless indeed. If you want to stay healthy and saying ignore the fucker. No, we're gonna go through this torture. Well, at least he tells in something in English, yeah? Something in English, unlike Donald Trump, who, I don't know, his tweets are more and more deranged. Just read those like 1 year ago, yeah? It's totally different Trump. This job is not for him. Too emotional, too destructive for his physics, psychiatrics, yeah. He cannot handle it at his age. He just cannot handle it. Maybe Vance could be on time, unlike Trump. Well, they do not specify. You see, Islamabad, Pakistan. That's all what they say. They do not specify the actual time of the chat. What's up? Fine, I'm a bit sad because I missed Artemis 2 return stream. I didn't get NASA Twitch badge. But it's what it is, only pixels. Cockster Mobster. What is NASA Twitch badge? If you stream that, you get the Twitch badge? NASA Twitch badge? So do I have it? NASA Twitch badge. How to look for it? Do I have it? NASA Twitch badge? I am not sure. Yes, if you watch 60 minutes of NASA Twitch. NASA Twitch stream. Shit. I watched it on YouTube. I watched it on YouTube because I have a premium account on YouTube. So I don't have it. But I have my own like NASA stream on Twitch. But you know, yeah, there could be some of the advertisements on Twitch, so it's better for me to stream on YouTube. 160 viewers already, guys. We are nailing it. We're nailing. Just imagine 106, 60. I think we should just wait here. I'm tired. I had Massachusetts badge. Sleepy Trump badge. I need the badge for for streaming speeches of Donald Trump and J.D. Vance. Not every streamer can do all the time like that. Infinite, yeah. I'm tired. That's how I found out I missed it. I woke up, opened YouTube, and the first video I saw recommended was your coverage of Artemis 2. Yeah. I just recorded the video about Melania. It was hilarious. But in my video, by the way, okay, I'll try to find it myself. Where the heck is that? Now it seems like I know why she went there. Or everyone already forgot it. So we had, I filmed like what she said about Epstein, yeah?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
The lies linking me with the disgraceful Jeffrey Epstein.
I have nothing in common with Jeffrey Epstein, and someone commented here. Who shared the link? Yeah, here. MSG043. If you watch me, thank you so much. It's the wrong account, so just like this. So here is the video.
Doesn't this kind of feel like the same vibe?
So Melania Trump's scandal just exposed, published 4 hours ago by Valhalla F. Foul Fox Tanga. Well, he say that it's all about her girlfriend, her friend, Amanda, yeah?
She was 18 years old. Trump's best friends. Now we know. All right, let's start at the beginning. Now, this is Amanda Ungaro, one of Melania Trump's best friends for over 20 years. She met Melania when she was 18 years old, and this is what she just said on Twitter 2 days ago. Now, Amanda had this to say to Melania and Trump, and keep in mind, this was a day before Melania decided to do that unprompted press conference. She says, "We'll take legal action against you and your pedophile husband." Whoa, uh-oh. I've known you for 20 years. You knew I was detained in ICE. Yeah, we're going to get to that story here in a second. You were present in my life every year on my son's birthday, even sending Secret Service and being the first to congratulate him back in 2016. Something was clearly wrong, but I am not part of any evil mission involving children. So what did you do, Melania? You tried to involve me, but you failed because I have character. Do you know what I think about you after 20 years?
The guy has nice voice. Awesome voice, like this deep voice, and nice. Even with this Shure SMDB, it sounds great. It sounds great. So idea here that this guy, he was dating. He was a husband of this Amanda. They split about some point, and he was the friend, or is a friend of Donald Trump, and they decided to deport Amanda. I think it was because of the child, common child. He doesn't want her to be with the child, so they used Trump's connection to deport Amanda to Brazil. And she started to accuse them of, yeah, you heard what, and probably it was the reason for Melania say that I have nothing to do with Epstein. I have nothing, because she could leak some of the information. I mean, this Amanda, yeah. So she threatened openly on Twitter on April 9th. And the same freaking evening, Melania went to, Epstein. So for me, it was a surprise. But now we have the context. We have some logic here.
Private UN galas. She was the partner of Paolo Zampoli, the man who literally introduced Donald Trump to Melania. They met when she was just a teenager and he was 32. But when the relationship went south after 2 decades, Zampoli didn't just call a lawyer for custody. He weaponized the full force of the federal government against the woman he called his wife for 19 years to win a custody battle over their American-born teenage son, Giovanni Zampoli. Paolo allegedly coordinated a hit with a high-ranking ICE official named David Venturella and his fellow Kennedy Center board.
So they iced her out. Now it's understandable. why it was like that, why Melania went there. Yeah, it's all this. Well, how is good? Yeah. I just subscribed for the guy because yeah, some people shared in the comments. It was nice. Now we know the story. This guy doesn't have love for Trump or for Israel. I see. He is a nice guy. How long has melanoma been? Melanoma. Well, brings really good commentary or info from the United States. Yes, he's good. I saw, now I check his channel and I saw his videos. He's nice. Surprised that some of people from my channels watches him. It's nice. Dennis, appreciate your well-informed analysis of the war in Ukraine. Thank you, Rodon. I came here for the good. Also, good monitor morning. Yeah, good morning. This is a good morning for you. Hope you're doing great. So I didn't know those kind of the details about Melania. Apparently, this rabbit hole is deeper than what I thought, and now it's the logic. That's the logic, because it's her like long-term friend, and they were friends by families, yeah. But those split, yeah, Manzani, Zanbani, and he freaking told Donald Trump to deport his ex-wife via ICE. Detained by ICE. Jesus. This is mafia, really like mafia, classical movie, yeah. Pretty brutal, yeah, it's very brutal. This EU and Ukraine and winning. Well, crazy that those people still have supporters. Yeah, millions still support it, but yeah, it's minority, but still millions. As will be monetized, and as of you having, it would be a real shame if we noticed you aren't a citizen. Well, they would not deport with the green card, I think, as well. Hungary elections, yeah, tomorrow. Dennis, I wrote it on your last video. Oh, okay. Thank you. But no Americans couldn't vote for the smarter black lady. Well, we have what we have. I mean, majority is democracy. Yeah, it's the flow of democracy to elect sometimes those crazy leaders. Democratic system is not ideal because it gives the equal, like in a way, it gives the equal rights to stupid people and to the smart people. Yeah, so stupid people elect stupid people. That's logic. Unfortunately, with problems in the United States, with a poor education, with all of this internet slop, social media, people degrade, yeah, and they elect stupid people. I think not even social media. I think like boomers, they also vote for Trump, yeah, boomers. Again, an election later today will be very interesting to see. Yay. Not ideal, but the best we have so far. Yeah, it's not ideal, but the best, yeah. But sometimes leaders like Orban could be elected. Yeah, the leaders who might break the system itself. And now Trump tries to break it down. I'm not sure if... Yeah, Putin was also in a way like this. He was breaking the Russian system, which was more or less... I wouldn't call it a democratic, but at least the pace was to develop as a democratic state. With Putin, no, it turned to the wrong direction. United States is really full of idiocracy. Yeah. Shredly, guys. Is it a good water? Looks like it. Looks like a fresh one. I ordered the new headphones from Shure because one is just partially working now, I think by 50%, because I drop it into the teacup and it's almost stopped working. So yeah, but now I order Shure, and the sound quality should be way better for me to play video games. I don't want to use this kind of the big headset any longer, on the streams at least. Russian machine is pretty good at demonetizing the 90s depression to the fault of democracy. Yeah. This history is going crazy. What history you mean, Andres? The courts are too slow, but they're moving. In USA? In USA? Problem is that Republican and Democrat both are equally bad. They need more parties. I agree. I think they need something like European system, where more people presented by different parties. Vance, where the hell is Vance? Why not get wireless earbuds? No. It's better wire. It's better wire because I have an audio interface and there is the physical connection. So for me to get the sound of my voice via microphone and for me to get the sound the same headphones from PC, I need a physical connection, and physical connection is always better. As for the quality, as for stability, so wireless is. I use sometimes only wireless thing that I use is DJI mic sometimes. For the streams also. Russian machine is Europe needs to bring the real democracy to the United States even by force if necessary. Come on, this what are you talking about? We're gonna colonize America, right? Multi-party system would be much better, but the United States wouldn't, simply because it's too European and the American way is obviously the maximum freedom version. I'm not sure, but the two-party system works for a long time. So, do people in Ukraine like the band Stained? What is that, Pope? Vance cannot advance. He's stuck in the sofa. Oh, you're hilarious as well. As usual, yeah, you're hilarious. Look up Outside the Band Stained on YouTube. Okay, yeah, while we are waiting, I can check out what you're telling about. Of course, for me, everything is interesting. I wonder how to Twitch my Twitch. Stand. This guy? 1 million views. I think that's the cover you selected. Of course, that's the cover. Let's go to the popular for me. It sounds very well. Very, very well. Fantasy voters like they're voting the masked singer. Huh? It's like Stan, but Aaron went to Trump. Therefore Trump. This song is nice. Nice. But I will not play it for long because of copyright. Aaron drank and smoked himself stupid, I think. Oh, you really? Oh, okay. That cover Pink Floyd used to play Being Wild in the bar bands. Oh, yeah. Pink Floyd, they're also like, I think they're pro-Russian even now, yeah. Stand is good. Yay. It's the first time I heard about Stand. But the name is good. Stand. Then let's from Les in the United Kingdom. Greetings to UK. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing great, mate. Very energetic. The Mind song, one of the get people amped up, and then a faster song to get them dancing. Oh, nice. How the Easters is fine, Ukraine from Mykolaiv. It's bad. There was an evacuation group of Ukrainian army. Let me show you. Yeah, for now. Where the hell is that? Well, where is Deep State? Deep State. So enemy, yeah, probably I will not show you it. They unalived Ukrainian prisoners of war. They also killed the evacuation group. Yes, it's like that. The Russian. So we're not speaking about any sort of the, like a little bit lower boiling, but it's still boiling. Oh, JD Vance. JD Vance. Kushner and Vitkar. Okay.
Well, good morning, everybody. And let me say a couple of notes of appreciation, first of all, to the Prime Minister of Pakistan, first of all.
Why do we
Prime
have
Minister of
double?
Pakistan, and to Field Marshal.
Have double bubble.
And to Field Marshal Munir, who were both incredible hosts. And whatever shortcomings in the negotiation, it wasn't because of the Pakistanis who did an amazing job and really tried to help us and the Iranians
squad. Yeah.
bridge the gap and get to a deal. We have been at it now for 21 hours, and we've had a number of substantive discussions with the Iranians. That's the good news. The bad news is that we have not reached an agreement, and I think that's bad news for Iran much more than it's bad news for the United States of America. So
no agreement.
We go back to the United States having
Straight
not
away.
come to an agreement. We've made very clear what our red lines are, what things we're willing to accommodate them on, and
They
what
have
things
not reached
we're
agreement.
not willing to accommodate them on. And we've made that as clear as we possibly could, and they have chosen not to accept our terms. Questions?
Questions? Surprise, yeah.
What have they rejected here?
Oh, shit.
Well, I won't go into all the details because I don't want to negotiate in public after we negotiate.
That's why they
for 21
needed
hours
JD
in private.
Vance.
But the simple fact is that we need to see an affirmative commitment that they will not seek a nuclear weapon, and they
Okay.
will not seek the tools that would enable them to quickly achieve a nuclear weapon.
So
That is
deploy
the
ground
core goal
forces
of the
then.
President of the
Take
United
the
States,
nuclear weapons.
And that's what we've tried to achieve through these negotiations. Again, their nuclear program, such as it is, the enrichment facilities that
I wonder
they
what
had
Trump will
before,
say.
they've been destroyed. But the simple question is, do we see a fundamental commitment of will for the Iranians not to develop a nuclear weapon, not just now, not just 2 years from now, but for the long term? We haven't seen that yet. We hope that we will. Jen.
Fuck, the start of the conference is crazy.
We talked about all those issues, Jen.
At least
and,
Vance
we
talked
talked about a number of
coherently.
issues beyond that.
Yes.
So certainly those things came up. But again, we just could not get to a situation where the Iranians were willing to accept our terms. I think that we were quite flexible. We were quite accommodating. The president told us, you need to come here in good faith and make your best effort to get a deal.
He's
did
like,
that.
no deal,
And
no
unfortunately,
deal.
we weren't able to make
like,
any headway.
Okay.
Mr. Vice President, how often did you communicate with President Trump throughout the negotiations? Reports that there were
Shit.
multiple
This
rounds,
situation is fucked. It's
with
fucked.
breaks in between negotiations. How often did you communicate with the president throughout those rounds, and what was he saying as you were going through these negotiations that you said fell short?
Yeah, obviously we were talking to the president consistently. I don't know how many times we talked to him, a half dozen times, a dozen times over the past 21 hours. We
Oh,
obviously also
shit.
talked to Admiral Cooper, to Pete, to Marco, to the entire national security team. We talked to Scott Bessent a number of times. So look, we were constantly in communication with the team because we were negotiating in good faith. And we leave here, and We leave here with a very simple proposal, a method of understanding that is our
What's
final
about Hormuz?
and best offer. We'll see if the Iranians accept it. Thank you.
That's it. That's it. That's it. That is it. That is fucking it. Whoa. Shit. Thank you for joining anytime, any freaking time. It is. Oh, shit. It was very, very short conference. Not the conference, but the press briefing questions. We are fucked. There is no deal. There is no freaking... It's not possible to reach it. That's it. That's it. That's fucking it. Ah. What a waste of 3 minutes. Yes. But the start is like, hello, good evening, everyone. Blah, blah, blah. We have not reached the agreement. Questions? Like, oh my God. We need to wait for the Truth Social posts. Truth Social. Oh, guys, what are your thoughts about that? Like, Iran understands that it controls the Strait of Hormuz, that Americans cannot unblock it, for now at least. They need ground forces to unblock it. They are not willing to use ground forces. And that is dramatic, I would say. And Trump is calling Europeans, you go with your forces, yeah? We don't want ground forces. Trump tweets that the most historic sport evening of all time. UFC Freedom 250. June 14th. Crypto.com. Paramount Plus and RAM. They're all sponsoring the event. 2 hours ago. That is what President of the United States is doing. I thought maybe some of the interesting tweets from his side, but no. We see that it's all going crazy. What is this? Is it in Switzerland? From Newt Gingrich, pro-Trump and pro-USA rally in Bern, with large Iranian participation in Bern, in Switzerland. And pro-Trump science photo. Pro-Trump science photo. Thank you, President Trump. Someone posted Trump's picture. Just one. Some crazy lady. Here in Bern, Jesus. By Trump signed photo by Casilista supporters of United States actions in Iran, including many Iranians gathered in Bern today for peaceful demonstration. Give her a citizenship now, immediately. Or I'm sure she's Iranian. Oh, jeez. Those are the posts. That UC thing is so degrading to the White House. Yes. Prepare for high petroleum prices. Yeah. I wonder what people are telling. Like this was the craziest conference, guys. This was the craziest shit I've ever seen. From GD Vance and from everything. Right before GD Vance steps to the mic, Iran dropped a straight-up Defiant bomb. Diplomacy is a continuation of our sacred struggle. We will not forget, not forgive the heinous crimes of the United States and Zionist regime. That's all you need to know about their mood after the peace talks. Oh, I need to drink some water. Oh, everything is fucked, guys. Everything is fucked. It looks like it's gonna escalate. It's gonna freaking escalate fast. It looks like there is no option. There is no... Basically, the single option to deploy ground forces now for Donny. The only option. That's what I think. Or accept defeat. Accept defeat and retreat. And Hormuz will stay for Iran. Forever. Oh, he started this mess. He freaking started this mess. Without any sort of the planning, like, woohoo, we were surprised that Hormuz is blocked. We were surprised that Iran is striking nearby Gulf countries. We were surprised that they're striking our bases. Ooh. What a surprise, surprise. Even freaking no names like me, we thought like it could happen. No cheap fuel anytime soon, thanks Donny. Yeah. Did anyone mention then the second round of negotiations? I don't know. Maybe tomorrow. Well, it was like 1 hour ago, then they say that the negotiations will continue for several. But now it's like no good news. That's it. Iran and the United States have fundamentally different interpretations of the ongoing negotiation. This is the Institute for the Study of War, which will generate friction, of course. Iran seeks for all a campaign agreement that will end the threat of war with the United States, while the United States seeks a much narrower agreement centralized on the current war. Centered on the current war. The United States delegation led by Vance and Witkoff Kushner appears to be pushing a narrow issue-specific negotiation focused on the escalatory mechanisms around the Strait of Hormuz and reportedly secondary matters like detainees. Iran is using the existence of the unknown number of the naval missiles. The existence of unknown number of missiles. Why did I read it as missiles? Mines. In the Strait of Hormuz to force ships to use Iranian territorial waters to traverse. Yeah, it's like they're bypassing mines, which enables Iran to snake down these ships for fees while the ships are in Iranian territorial waters. This protection rackets in illegal under the United States Convention of the Law of the Sea. Iran likely designated its threatening behavior and its shakedowns to disturb the global economy, which Iran calculates will enable it to extract concessions from the United States. Iran warned merchant ships that mines could exist in the hazardous areas and covers 1,394 square kilometers of the strait, including the normal traffic separation scheme. Currencies 5 will provide Iran with the opportunity to recognize its missile. They will recover because there are bunkers, storages in the mountains and underground. They're gonna use the ceasefire to uncover everything of that, not being bombed by the United States and Israel, and that's it. They'll have more munition to continue just in case. Consistent United States-Israel operations over Iran suspended. Iran's missiles forced by preventing Iran from digging out exactly what I said, distributing command and control, and creating preservative fear in the military units that made them unwilling to enable conduct attacks. Iranian Supreme Leader Khamenei continues to recover from severe facial and leg injuries, according to some of the information. Iran update. Once again,
that is our final and best offer. We'll see.
J.D. Vance abruptly wraps up his very short news conference in Pakistan while he walks away, ignores questions about the Strait of Hormuz. Yeah, he ignored like most of the questions. He just answered two, I guess. The bad news is that we have not reached the agreement. Iranians chose not to accept our terms. As we understand, they are fundamentally different. Fundamentally. Vance says that Iran's talks are over. United States is going home. What? Says the United States had offer final the best offer. United States is going home?
Of substantive discussions with the Iranians. That's the good news. The bad news is that we have not reached an agreement. And I think that's bad news for Iran much more than it's bad news for the United States of America.
But it's also bad, yeah. Not Vance. Who knows? Who knows? Vance. Yeah. So, they met. United States President Trump makes an appearance at UFC in Miami, Florida. His country is at war. And he is with this bastard Dana White. It's even Ivanka Trump there? Oh. He's doing UFC stuff. He started the war and doing UFC. That's beyond idiocracy. Yes, and also Ruby, I'm watching UFC live at the moment. I see Coxter Mobster. The only old singer Roger Waters. I see. Yeah, Roger Waters. Fucker. That is fucker. Can I at least get my MTG, Mike Johnson, and White House Octagon? Yeah. 40 billion and nothing done. Well, they kicked out Khamenei from this world together with some of the commanders. They flatlined Navy. They destroyed the army. As Donald Trump said, they won the war. Yeah, of course. Republicans can send Trump the message by firing Mike Johnson. Republicans bow to the Trump full scale, and they are poisoned by MAGA cult, and that's, I would say, the end of their party. No one would vote for them for, I guess, several cycles. I mean, not the majority of people. They proved that all Iranians moderates wrong. As prices go up, once prices get too high or up. Yeah, for sure prices will go up. Tomorrow, like, then... Tomorrow, what day is tomorrow? Sunday, of course. So on Monday, Tuesday, we'll see. 110, maybe 120. Someday in a weeks. Like maybe it will reach 100 the next week. But if military operation restarts, it's gonna be easily 110, 120. Fox News moved to a segment about hotels on the moon. It's hotels on the moon. 30% is still enough for them to win. No, Evelyn, come on. How can they win with 30%? How can you win with 30? They need more. Of course they need more. Yeah, it was an unexpected conference. Some guy says, I was told by this administration that we won the war weeks ago. Yeah, you won the war, but you're still at the negotiations, you see? Trump points at Joe Rogan and has something to say to him as they shake. Recently he was against Donnie.
Pleasure, sir. Welcome.
Not like he was commenting not so good. He was like saying something. He will tell it in his podcast what he told, of course. Of course. Kid Rock was playing on the background, by the way. Kid freaking Rock. This is strange administration, guys. Really strange. By the time G. Vance is resolving some of the problems with Kushner and Witkov, that orange idiot is at UFC match. What if they need to coordinate something really important? Yeah. I don't know. We need a doctor, guys. We need a doctor in the chat. It's not the best video, but not the worst, showing Trump idea of the victory. Cox the mobster. Mr. President, I love the taste of your brown eye. Yes, at least it was an interesting conference. Short and interesting, yeah. And fun in a way. It's the tragic comedy, that's why I'm laughing. Like, actually, it's not laughable like the situation. But you laugh because you understand the absurd of it, yeah? It's like so much absurd that it's funny. It's like we laugh about Russians sometimes. The same we laugh about Trump's administration. Like, we understand, I understand, you understand, everybody understands. In the chat, I'm sure about it. Every people freaking understand the logic of this war. That there is the Strait of Hormuz, it's very narrow, and if you start the war, Iran will try to block it. Iran has drones, Iran has missiles, so they will attack American bases. Be ready for that, please, if you want to start the war. But the biggest army in the world, the most advanced army in the world, didn't do it. There was no assessment of this possible outcome that Iran might block the strait. It is a surprise. For Donald Trump said about it openly. It was a surprise for me. It was a surprise for everyone. Yeah, that is shocking. This is probably the biggest fuck up. I know what is the bigger fuck up. The fuck up of the Russian army in Gostomel, or the fuck up of Donald Trump with the Hormuz Strait? What is the bigger fuck up? Well, at least, Americans had less losses, let's be honest. Gostomel was the bigger fuck up. Maybe, yes. Like, in general, this special military operation of Putin was crazy. Yeah, it was bigger fuck up, of course. But Trump's fuck up was also like crazy. America is like circus with a head of elephants running around, going people and through. But here, Russia started the war, they fucked up, and the circumstance goes for mainly Russia and Ukraine, yeah? Russia and Ukraine. Here, the circumstances goes for 20% of the world's energy. And the energy means a lot for the world. So 20% of the world economy, let's count, is gone or under Iranians' control right now. There are only two choices now. Give it to Iranian demands all the points except the Strait of Hormuz that should remain open for free. They will not accept it, Orthodox. They say it is our strait now. They're not changing their opinion. This way, repair more money or reputation, or go in with the troops Yeah, I agree with you. Like two options. I agree with Iran's demands, but they require $2 million per ship. And or go with the ground operation. Which is guaranteed loss because of how unpopular the war. Yeah, the war is unpopular it was unpopular even before it has been started. No new wars. We like the Trump because no new wars. Fox contributor, no security. Did you also read that apparently some begged Zelensky to stop hitting Russian energy sector because the price? Yeah. Yeah, Marina. Zelensky said about it openly, like we were asked not to strike Russian infrastructure, but we will continue. They would accept it. Nobody in the world wants them to take control of the strait. Yeah, but they keep control over the strait and no one may do anything about it. Just deploying ground forces may help, I guess. In TikTok, I watched the video. There was a Ukrainian guy. He joined an American army. Like he was working. He has a green card. He won the green card lottery, I think 3 or 4 years ago. He was working as a handyman, but later decided to join American army. And now he is somehow leaving American army. He said, I decided to leave America. Huh? Why? Interesting. Also, I heard about the possible conscription, a renewal of the documentation to the military conscription services for men up to 25 years old. Something like that I heard. Not sure if it is true, but I saw a map where someone proposed the create canal through Oman. Yes, with nuclear bombs. I heard that from American Republicans. Yeah, one of the senators or a House representative of Republican Party. The Oman Canal is the greatest hope. Yeah. How realistic is the chance? Do you think Ukraine makes it to Tomahawk? No. The United States, they need Tomahawks. Tomahawks. It's because most of the countries agree with Iran fighting back now, but keeping control of the strait for some time. That won't be tolerated. But who can do some, how can they unblock the Strait of Hormuz? Who will do it? China? I know. Countries are not okay with Iran blocking the strait. It's understandable. No one is okay, except Iran maybe. But what can they do? Like literally. I know. Today it was the case with American Navy ship. And Trump even tweeted, we have it, I think, in his True Social. He tweeted, if he didn't delete it. The Strait of Hormuz will soon be reopened, and the enemy ships are empty ships rushing to the United States. The leadership is dead. Here, probably. Where is that? We are now starting the process of clearing out the Strait of Hormuz. But it seems like nothing happened like that. There was an attempt to send some of the Navy ships there. But Iran said that they're going to be cancelled. And ships turned away, U-turn. It looks like it was that scenario after all. So Donny decided to risk with the lives of American soldiers to perform, and he's praising Allah. Yeah. It's again Easter Day for this time for Orthodox Christians. 1 week later after Catholics and Protestants. And here you go, yeah. One more glory to Allah. Just because he's stuck, it doesn't change the fact of the military, yeah. So, strange thing happened with the ships, but it's good that they're okay. They're not been hit, according to what is understandable. Like with Russia invading Ukraine, it's president. It's the president. If it's allowed, then that opens a lot of waterways. Random countries can just calm their own. Yes. I told about it also in my videos, Orthodox. It's unprecedented, yeah? Just count. Russian invasion of Ukraine, unprecedented. World was not okay with that. Like developed world, Western states, United States of America was not okay with that. But then Donald Trump got power. He invited Putin. So he said by inviting Putin, by putting the red carpet and negotiating with Putin, he openly said that invading nearby country is okay. Invading your neighbor, not just invading, but applying genocide, kidnapping children, because Putin is a war criminal. There is the warrant on him, by the way, on Netanyahu as well. So genocide legitimized by Donny. Also, Strait of Hormuz, as you say, yeah? If they will just withdraw the forces, Donald Trump withdraw the forces, and Hormuz stays under Iranian control, many other countries would monopolize, would proclaim their control over their own straits. So where is the freedom of navigation? Yeah? Because according to the separate agreements, even though the Strait of Hormuz is within the territorial waters of Oman and Iran, still it's like an international waters counted because it's a crucial narrow gap. Yeah, it was agreed. So China will build their islands, militarize them, and proclaim that entire Yellow Sea is under their control. That's it. Taiwan is fucked, as well as other nations there, including Philippines and Vietnam. They will have to bow to China, not to get hurt, let's say. Well, probably the only thing where Trump still may fuck up is using tactical nukes or something like that. That would be the last point of the world order that I may say existed already, that was destroyed by the guys like Putin and Trump completely, almost completely, yeah, except nukes. Yeah, that's why I think the end they won't have control of the strait. Like I think that Ukraine will get just peace on its terms. If that happens, then we're truly going for the world war. Yeah. Luckily for me, I can move anywhere. Good. Then who do you think the Democrats should elect in the primaries? I cannot tell you. I hate politicians in general, but for now, Democrats are better than what we have in USA. I mean, because we all have Trump. We all suffer because of Trump. That's why not Americans have Donald Trump. It's we have Trump. Everyone on this planet. And using generals as political tools was too much. Yeah. Listen, mate. Yes, clearly. Hi. No nuke is tactical. No, there are tactical nukes, small shells, but they're only effective if you have like old style war, you know. Then there is the one tank army. Tank army means the army with lots of the armored vehicles, also including artillery, lots of the infantry, some of the aviation. So it's like they're possess defense, yeah, or they're on offense. So with a tactical nuke, you disable the great part of your enemy forces. The tactical nuke is exploding on top of the surface, and the damage is done by the shock wave, of course. So the nuclear fallout is minimum. You kaput enemy forces and you go there to the same place with your own forces. Yeah, it's risky, yeah, but it was done actually, both by Americans and Soviets. There were actual military drills where the tactical nuke was used, and guys were just going to the place where it's just kaboomed. Fallout is there, nuclear fallout, but it's not that much as from the strategic nuke, of course, because of the size of the shell is small, yeah, small particle. But it is, what's the purpose of using tactical nuke nowadays? Like even for Russia, there is no concentration, that much concentration of Ukrainian forces, for example. So what Russia may kaput? Couple of the villages with a tactical nuke, maybe a town of Konstantinivka, but I'm sure that there are maybe 100, maybe 200 Ukrainian soldiers now in Konstantinivka. Most of the job is done by drones. And sometimes, like Ukrainian forces, they're spread around the defense lines, not in the defense lines, but in the villages close to defense lines. And if needed, Ukraine sends more reinforcements and they attack with MRAPs and counterattack. I mean, with MRAPs, tanks sometimes. But mostly the job is done by the drones. Everything is dispersed. The Second World War tactics doesn't exist any longer. It is gone. It is already the history. Those tank armadas. So, in this case, the tactical nukes, they're useless. Only the strategic nukes that demolish city, and that's how you may blackmail your opponents. Yeah, we're gonna destroy your people, basically. That is the only tool for the nukes. So tactical nukes are useless. Because they are used against large army groups, and large army groups, at least in the war in Ukraine, they're absent. Even from Russian side, there are no large army groups. Everything is dispersed. Big, vast, gray area, kill zone, whatever. Let alone get the people near. Well, for any smart leaders, it should be pretty obvious that you can't conquer any country anymore. Even if you win the war, you take over, you can't keep control. Yeah, it's happened to United States in Iraq, in Afghanistan. It happened to Soviet Union in Afghanistan. It will happen with Russia in Ukraine. Jess Johnson, thank you for your awesome and generous support of the channel. I'm from Indiana, United States, a military veteran, and I'm so ashamed and disappointed in the United States right now, especially not trying to advance drone technology. I can believe Trump denied Ukraine to help. Love watching you, Denys. Thanks. Thank you for watching, Jesse. But, I think that there is behind the curtain cooperation still ongoing between the United States and Ukraine, still, despite Donald Trump. I'm not even sure if Donald Trump knows about it, because, there was the case. There was, let me show you. I made a video about it. I'm trying to find the image. Just wait a little. Here we go. So the boat, yeah? Do you remember this boat? This is American boat. Turkey blows up United States made Aegir W naval drone after it washes offshore in the Black Sea. There is only one way how this drone boat, American-made drone boat, could appear in the Black Sea. It was used by Ukraine. That is what I think and I believe. I don't have proofs, but I think it's like that because there are no American like maybe in Romania they launched that one, but I think it's after all cooperation with Ukraine. I think they're testing American weapons. They're testing American weapons live in the Black Sea. So still there is something behind the curtains that we don't know happening. I mean, cooperation between the United States and Ukraine. So political stuff is political stuff, but there is something behind. I don't know, I'm from the United States and I can imagine my country being conquered and the population supporting. Yeah. Peep in the kettle, okay. Do you believe that the United States and Ukraine will be able to repair relations if Americans are able to end this nightmare? Of course, we have good relations with Americans. We have awesome relations. American people, they do support Ukraine. Those guys like J.D. Vance, they're minorities. Ukraine should charge for weapons testing. Ukraine has the biggest test range on Earth. Yeah, it was the proposal from Ukraine right away, by the way, to our Western partners. Like, if you want to test some of the weapons, here we go. You can do it live. And then Panzer Haubitze 2000 were supplied, yeah? All of them finally were refurbished because they had the problems in the actual use, military use, in combat environments. The problems with electronics there were. So test drills are the test drills, but actual combat is the actual combat. So flaws were uncovered, and Germany renewed their Panzer Haubitze 2000 in general. So it's good for them as well. Looking great, Denys. I slept like 3 hours the last night, and now it's 4 a.m. Then you get Vance press meeting. You want to slow it down 05 or it will take seriously short one. Yeah, Pepe in the kettle watches the stream for the high speed. Pretty wild video from Hungary. Okay, let's go. What is that? Ah, yeah, this one. Yeah. This was people with the flashlights. It's the I was up to say anti-Trump meeting. No, it's anti-Orban meeting. Yeah, it's great. At least you didn't have to listen to Trump rambling in an hour. Yeah, Vance was merciful on you. At least Vance, he speaks English. Normal, like he's not changing his mind throughout the sentence, yeah. He's like very plain. He was playing about Trump before that he's a never Trump guy. Yeah. And those politicians, they're crazy. Oh man, in the end, it's Putin that invaded the country that's back while ants were right and the people, it's self-determination. Yeah. Probably in the morning I'll film the video about, first of all, Iran update. Iran update and J.D. Vance update. This is crazy. Don't touch. Yeah, it looks like lava indeed. Yeah, people like lava with those flashlights. They're gonna melt it down, Orban. Denys, have you heard anything new from the internet blackouts in Russia? Those are still going on. What I heard yesterday already, that Telegram is not working at all without VPN. About the rest of the blackouts, I'm not sure. I'm not like following that information precisely. If I see something, I tell about it. Durov promised new update for Telegram. Maybe they will try to fix the thing. Maybe they're gonna integrate VPN into it. Shalom, shalom. Unfortunately, Russians have backup in Slovakia. Yeah, but Fico he's silly compared to Orban. Orban is more dangerous. Russia will pull out of Ukraine. Yeah, I think they'll be forced to after all because of the internal problems. I think Bobby is ruffling. I hope Hungarian election results start to come early for European time. Oh, we need to drink the beer tomorrow, guys. We need to drink the beer. I promise to drink the beer for Orban's political kaput. Well, Orban gets the boot tomorrow. Yeah. I think so. The problem that he might not accept his defeat and say what Donald Trump mentioned before and like rigged elections, fake elections, and organize some of the protests to take the power. Could it be like that? Yes, of course. Will it be accepted by Hungarians? No. So did the United States send a ship into the strait or not? It seems like there was an attempt, judging on the tracker, but they made a U-turn. It seems like that, according to the recent information. Okay, Daisy. I thought Orban was popular in Hungary. Well, he is popular among some people, but not too much popular. He sounded confident. Who, Orban? I found a store sells Ukrainian Obolon beer. Ooh. Not with educated people. Of course, it's like in the United States. Educated with people, they do not vote for Donald Trump. So they send their best negotiators to Pakistan. Jeez. Oh yeah, that's the recent poly market. Should we bet for Orban? We can win a fortune. If you bet $100 on Orban, you win 357. If you bet $100 on Magyar, you win 139. Win-win situation, guys. Win-win. But on Orban, let's put $10,000 on Orban. Yeah, not with it. Yeah. Can we bet on? See how profitable this guy with this rating really is if he wins elections. And the next prime minister of Hungary doesn't mean that he loses or wins. It's just next prime minister. So he might lose, but still he might say, I'm a prime minister. Will it count? Will it count? They're gonna sue Polymarket if they count it otherwise. So let's bet on Orban. He would claim that he is a prime minister till the rest of his life. I can think of my closed. No, not going to war with Ukraine. Amazing, impossible to lose money. That is what they want to let you to believe. That is how they work. I mean, this poly market. And there are some of the memes that like it was Vance here, but actually Vance was here. This is the long-term graph. So Vance was here, and definitely after his visit, everything became understandable. I would like, of course, Orban to lose dramatically, like completely lose, for Peter Magyar party to have majority, solo majority in the parliament, and that's it. That would be awesome. It means that Hungarians would say fuck to Putin, to Trump, to Orban simultaneously. That would be awesome. That would be nice. Maybe Orban will die because Vance has many. Yeah, sometimes shit happens with events. Yes, see you, Jeffrey Perry. Let's hope for the best, and still things might go sideways with Hungary. Yeah, let's hope for the best. State Iranian media. Iran has no plans for the next round of talks. Best freaking negotiators were sent by the United States. After the first round, no plans for the next round. It's not even like with Russia, I would say. No hope here. So what is next? What is next? Will the United States start the... So it was like 2 weeks ceasefire has announced, right? And ceasefire, Donald Trump said it's for negotiations. Kenneth Curtin, thank you so much for your general support, generosity. That's too much, I guess. Then thank you for the Ukraine coverage. I rely on your coverage to stay current in the war. Thank you so much for watching me. And thank you for your awesome support. Especially on this channel, it matters a lot. You know, YouTube also watches, like, then people support, people press likes, people subscribe, and it propels the videos, so then you interact like that. So super chats, they're also matter. But I'm not begging for your money. It's too much, I guess, what you donated. Hope it's okay for you. But in general, it's like support matters for this small channel. So thank you. Thank you for following GPBR Street Gang. What a crazy nickname you have. Don't even talk. What? Yeah. Let's go. That's for the hope for the future. Yeah. So, 2 weeks ceasefire. 2 weeks ceasefire. For talks to happen. Talks are happening with no result. It means that there is no point of ceasefire in this case, right? What's the logic? I'm trying to find out the logic. Will they resume the fight? But if they resume the fighting, Iran already got their drones and missiles from the storages, which were covered or by the strikes. The entrances were. They already took everything out. That's it. They may retaliate, continue their strikes. People say, he came, he saw, he went home. Useless fucking idiots. Literally admitting it on television since. Trump is a golfer, so I'm amusing he just wanted to postpone his escalation until after Masters tournament. Yeah. We need some JD Vance memes. Yeah, they will be 100%. And if Rubio went there, there'll be maybe even more memes. Trump entering UFC event as Vance says negotiations with Iran have failed. This is so dystopian. How to explain this shit? Then you decide to take a UFC match while your vice president is overseas announcing that United States and Iran have failed to reach a peace agreement. Fuck. I have like so many emotions. And like I cannot comprehend what is happening. This is the United States. Where is this Reagan era? Where did it go? Even George Bush era. Remember the attitude of people, like average people, to George Bush? He's like a stupid clown. Stupid president, idiot president. But he is a freaking genius. PhD professor compared to Donny. UFC stands for something naughty. Yeah, it's sometimes really naughty. Iranian state media. Iran team thought to push the American side towards common framework, but American maximalist approach prevented them from acting rationally and realistically. Americans intended to achieve the concessions they failed to gain in the war, including the issue of the Strait of Hormuz and removal of nuclear materials from the country in negotiations room, but Iranian delegation prevented this. Iran team tried various initiatives to push American side towards reaching a common framework, but American spirit of exaggeration prevented their rationality and realism. I hate to be right. Because was it yesterday I filmed a video saying that it's gonna be escalation, looks like, and sadly it's like that. Because if there is no peace agreement, it means that there is no peace. Yeah, Iran has no plans for the next round of talks, confirmed by multiple of the sources. You literally asked once provided to refuse to look what greater sign of brain damage from propaganda could be. I don't think the United States has any real diplomats left. Yep, sadly. Bibi will be happy. Hard to say, depends. Bibi alone cannot. It depends on the United States actions. What would they do? If they gonna to capitulate just like that, leaving the Strait of Hormuz under running control, that is not acceptable for at least Gulf countries. Well, it is more acceptable for Israel, I think, but not for Gulf countries. Maybe you can answer that guy in the USA the reason why Russia invaded Ukraine. The reason, denazification. That's the reason. Yeah. Denazification, demilitarization. Then there's live stream about Hungary election. Oh shit! You want all the day, 24/7 live stream. Is the American that wanted Ukraine to end up in a war with Russia or the problem is what I said, which is true. What? No. I disagree with you. NF, X, and F. I don't think it's this conspiracy that that America wanted Ukraine to fight against Russia, for Russia to fight against Ukraine. I don't believe in that. No, I will not click the links. I'm sorry. But Denys is speaking truth. Why won't you listen? Because I know Ukraine. I know this conflict. I know this war. I know everything about Ukrainian war. Since it has started not in 2022. It has started from 2014. It was started from the ambition of Putin's regime to return the empire. That's it. That's the real cause. Vlad is like that, Vladimir Putin. It's not just Putin, it's the chauvinism of Russians themselves. Putin is just their leader whom they elected and so still support. It's not the United States. It's Russia. Same here, I follow this matter closely, so I don't need to watch a video trying to prove that the USA started this war. Yeah, it's just a Russian propaganda. They are saying that they're fighting against NATO, that USA started this war. I heard those many times from many of the pro-Russian speakers. They try to share to make it share responsibility between somehow United States and Russia. United States did not act at the proper time. Yes, they didn't follow their not obligations but agreement, let's say, to protect Ukraine. That is bad. But it's not the war that was started by the United States. NXF, what are you telling here? What do you want to share? Tell me your idea. One of the things that angers me the most is how media covers Ukraine. Nobody talks about treaties and things anymore. That's 2003 Russia-Ukraine treaty that was signed under Putin and the United Nations that specifies the border. Yeah. There are a number of the agreements. Border treaty, recognition of Ukraine, and the separate recognition of Ukraine as the sovereign state, separate, as you say, 2003 border treaty. Putin openly himself, even without official documents, was saying that Crimea is not the option, it's Ukraine. But later on he invaded Crimea and Ukraine. So it's Russia, nothing about the United States here. Only United States it doesn't provide now enough military support and did not provide enough military help before. That's the only flaw. Oman is allies with Iran? Not sure, but they have good relations. Let's say from all of the Gulf countries, Oman has. Yes, it's beneficial, but Americans didn't start this war. Well, depends what you mean beneficial. Beneficial for what? Now, if you see Donald Trump wants to save Russia, lifting the sanctions, and But in general, for Europe and for America, this war, the longer, from what I see, the longer now it continues, the better it is for, let's say, Europe. Yeah, it's bad, but it looks like that. And Pistorius tells about it. Because Russia will not attack Europe in this case. They are busy in Ukraine. They're locked in Ukraine. They're bogged down in Ukraine, and they cannot act elsewhere. From that perspective, yes, I agree, it's profitable. But the cause of the war is not because of Europe. The cause of the war is not because of the United States. The cause of the war is Russia, Russian's regime. Yeah, Cox the Mobster, I agree with you. Ukraine and Russia could form a free economic zone in occupied Ukraine. Equal rights, Russian and Ukrainians. What? I blocked. You're a fucking block, Pavel. And you are too blocked. I don't like sharing those, I am tired of this propaganda. I hate it. I just hate about the, it's just, it's not my style to tell this, to listen to this Russian propaganda. It's the war between two empires, United States and Russia on Ukrainian territory. That's what I heard from Tucker Carlson. That's what I heard from this Marian Nafal, and I'm just sick and tired of this. Yeah, we should bring back the internet to what it was before. Call black and black, white and white. We need to hear and listen to. Yeah, it's my channel, so I ban people like that if I don't like something. I didn't catch what he said. One guy on YouTube, he was saying that Ukraine and Russia should live commonly on Ukraine, like the idea of Vitkov, to provide this economic free zone, and they should live in peace on Ukrainian occupied territory. Ban. And the other guy was telling that United States started the war together with Russia in Ukraine. Ban. I just tired. I let him speak for some time. I think he was watching me like for a long. I think he was commenting before. I'm not sure, but I'm just tired of this shit. So I ban. Which we ate was better. My home is 10 minutes from the city limits. I met a UK MAGA man yesterday. He had a long conversation and we had a long conversation and he went all quiet. Yeah, totally insane. If there are some logical arguments that make them silent after all. They cannot argument with the logic, But some people, they don't have logic, so they either silent if they have some remains of the brain, or if they don't have the remains of the brain, they'll start to go to emotions and shout, scream at you, cry at you. Two variants, two outcomes. For MAGA people, for pro-Putin's people, two variants. In every sort of the debate conversation. So the real question, did China start the Iran war? A fight between two empires, China and the United States. What we know from the facts, that China, by whom it was shared today? I think I shared it on my channel too. CNN, but anyways, they said, according to CNN, citing people familiar with intelligence assessments on the matter, China is preparing to send air defense systems to Iran in the coming weeks. Per reports, China is preparing to send manpads through the third party to mask the origin of the weapons. And immediately, Donald Trump said to journalists that China may face big problems if it sends weapons to Iran. China is the root of all evil, looks like. To make the United States lose combat power, genius. Maybe they want to send via Pakistan, because Pakistan, they have some of the cooperation with China for the military. And Pakistan has the border with Iran. Right? Right. Yeah, Dish, I agree with you. If Orban gets ousted, the EU is ready to get next level. Yeah. The problem goes with Slovakia and Fico, but I don't think it's the bigger problem than Orban. I think it's resolvable with Fico. J.D. Vance has departed for the United States. He came, he saw, he went. Really. And just a post. J.D. Vance has departed for the United States. No agreement has been reached. Actually, it's sad. I think everyone wants the Hormuz Strait to function normally because world economy depends on that. And the war should be over. But now there is the risk for deploying of the ground forces, sadly. Do you know if Chinese manpads have been used by Russia in Ukraine? Are there similar engagement envelope in other manpads? 10k feet. For 20 physics, I'm not sure. I haven't saw any sort of the video confirmation about Chinese any sort of the weapons, like lethal weapons in Ukraine. What we saw there, golf carts, their drones as delivery for the shells, but no manpads, no tanks, nothing like that. From the calls, it was pretty clear that Hungary was the main intimidator. Slovakia just went along. Yeah. Slovakia is even not against Ukrainian membership, as that's what Fico is saying. But it depends. We'll see. Maybe they will change rhetorics. Oh, interesting. According to the data from marine traffic, there appears to have been an uptick in traffic through the Strait of Hormuz in the last 36 hours, with at least 10 ships transiting, 7 more in progress. But they're all going via this part, yeah? This area. Yeah. They're all going through Iran territory. No, not from this. One goes from here. Well, at least some of the movement. But I wouldn't say too much, because before there was the transition of roughly 6 ships per day. So 10 ships in 36 hours, I would say it's the returning to the pre-peace agreement or ceasefire agreement, pre-ceasefire agreement. So still it is not full scale. Yeah, before it should be 80-90. 80-90 ships per 24 hours, per 1 day. At least 80-90 ships. But now we have 36 hours, 10 ships. It is not enough. And not all of the ships, by the way, are tankers. So, many of them are bulkers, basically cargo ships, delivering some of the coal or other thing. Pre-war average was 138. 130. I thought 84. No. Say hello to my little friend. Phil. Oh shit. Jake Bro shares that. He likes to share cartoons. Canada signals a major shift in defense policies. Prime Minister says the era of sending 70% of military spending to the United States is over.
The days of our military sending 70 cents of every dollars to the United States are over.
Trump is destroying USA. Trump is destroying USA. USA is doing pretty good, right? It's like in a meme, yeah, with this Skywalker, yeah. And Padma. Right? USA is doing right? Right. It's like self-destruction, you know? Self-freaking destruction. China looks like, what the hell are you doing? I thought we should play some of the role here to do something, yeah. Taiwan. But now maybe Taiwan will ask for China to come. I don't know. Everything is possible nowadays. Imagine United States military industrial complex without all juicy economies buying from it. Yeah. So it's happening. And people are cheerful about it. So now anti-USA rhetoric attracts votes. Anti-Trump rhetoric attracts votes. Pro-Trump rhetoric cancels popularity. That is what happened to Orban after J.D. Vance visit and after endorsement. Even within the United States, this endorsement of Donald Trump, if before, like, he endorsed Republican nominee in some of the district, yeah, ooh, people vote for. But now if he endorsed it, may go vice versa. Maybe Republicans should do something, after all, about Donny, because he's destroying their party at first. Yeah, he destroys himself politically. Their party, Republican Party, and in general the United States. And the international world order that was since the Second World War. It's already gone. Vance is heading back to DC after talks in Islamabad collapsed. The one person Ron specifically requested as a negotiator couldn't get it done today. I'm sure Orban is pregnant with Putin's baby. Guys, you're hilarious. It's gonna be interesting to see, will he go to Russia or United States if he loses? Yeah. Well, he might stay in Hungary, but there could be some case open against him. Yeah, here we have the Flight Radar 24 picture from Islamabad, Boeing 757. Immediately after 4-minute press conference, Vance depart. Really, it happened really fast, yeah? I started the stream We waited for some time, maybe 20 minutes for him to start to talk. And it's like 20 minutes ago he departed. So 1 freaking hour after the start of the press conference and takeoff. Something like that. 1 hour. That was fast. Didn't want to rent the hotel, probably. Yeah, here we have the real image from Flight Radar 24. I need to log in just a moment. To have the golden without advertisement. Yay. Yep, just departed. Vents is flying. Hooray. 20,000 feet already. It's the light. Yeah, it's very powerful airplane. If it is light in this version, VIP version. Boeing 737 MAX. BBG, Boeing Business Jet. I think it's Kushner. I think here it's Kushner. Boeing Business Jet, it's Kushner. And this is Vance. Yep. Looks like that. Just departed. Switched on transponder. They switched on transponder later. And Saudi Arabia. This is Iranian delegation, probably, or what? No. Riyadh, Islamabad. This is it's from Saudi Arabia. Flight from Saudi Arabia. See, not crossing Iranian airspace. Is something flying over Iran? No. Everything as usual blocked. But Dubai is working. I was spotting, yeah. Maybe some of you were on a stream where I spot from Zurich airport and we spotted Airbus A380. It was fun. Dubai Beijing is flying, so Dubai is working. If there are no strikes, they're flying. Well, yeah, this is Vance and this is Witkoff Kushner. I'm sure about it. Iran has diplomat plane and 2 decoys. Yeah. It's also tracked by 1,836 and this one 7,000. Number 1 tracked airplane. Everyone is looking for Vance now. What's the green areas on the map? The green areas? They're just allegedly jungle. You mean those? It's the weather. Rain. This is rain. It's the weather radar. If you subscribe for the gold plan, you have the rain. Also like satellite and those ground radars, they spot the weather. Oh, this one is turning. Why did it turn? This one is turning and there is the plane on air. This one is descending 12,000 feet and this one is climbing. It's 22,000 feet already. So 10,000 feet difference. So it's kind of strange. Mumbai, Almaty. Why did they turn? Well, Max BBG, it's a Witkoff thing. I think so. Looks like. And this is already 8,000 people watching. Yeah. American people, they're awesome. I have a lot of the American friends. Yeah, they're awesome, I agree. Pretty sure that Russia, Trump, and Israel wanted the Earth to be their Yeah. Like in Orwell, 1984. That book is still very, very popular and becoming more popular. kind of the old plane, 28 years, but it's fine. Have a friend that's a cabin attendant of Qatar Airways. They still fly. It's a bit touch and go since they only open specific windows for flying. Oh, yeah. How many United States soldiers have been sent beyond the breach so far? It's hard to say. You know, recently I subscribed for Claude AI. It's more powerful than ChatGPT. It gives answers more correctly. The only problem, I cannot log in from my PC somehow. Please analyze the forces Americans have in the Middle East, all of those bases, how many forces have been sent according to the open information from the media, and calculate everything of the possible group which could be used for a ground assault operation on Iranian territory. Okay, overscale, the United States military has been 40,000 and 50,000 service members at 0 bases. Deployment 2-3,000 paratroopers. Those roughly 50,000. 50,000 troops presented, plus thousands of Marines corridor route. Just a moment. Bottom line, the United States has assembled a powerful air naval strike force already actively engaged in operations against Iran since the February 2026. The ground assault package is roughly 6-8,000 Marines and paratroopers, is designed for specific limited objectives, most likely Hark Island or Strait of Hormuz seizure operations, not a full territorial invasion. A true large-scale ground invasion of Iran would require a much larger force, likely 100,000 troops, which has not been deployed. So only limited operations with 8,000 forces are possible. That's what Claude AI says, and Claude can do coding. You can use it to code without knowledge of how to code. Yeah, that's great. I think ChatGPT is also coding, but it is... Yeah, 8K is falling that plane. And this one, it turned. Maybe it's not Witkoff and Kushner after all. Maybe they all fly in the same airplane. Here it's hard to say, because it turned. Claude is much better than ChatGPT. As for me, it's better, yeah. ChatGPT is stupid. $100,000 troops for around 90 million country full of mountains. Yeah, it's also like, at least, it said 100,000 plus. 100,000 plus could be 1 million. That is what we know from Russia. That's the big plus. Yeah. That's the big plus. No deal, therefore, all fucked. Yes. For now, it's like that, sadly. For now, it's like that. Well, okay, guys. I gotta go. Thank you for being on the stream. It was 2 hours already. I just need to sleep. And in the morning, I'm gonna say in my video update on Iran, basically what I say to you, like my logical conclusion that that no peace agreement is reached, that Orthodox and you are right, like we are right, yeah? And then Donald Trump destroys the world order by recognizing the war criminal Putin, and there is the risk if they let Iran to control the Strait of Hormuz that other countries may do the same. It's all fuck up. Yeah, you too, Mark. See you guys around. Thank you. You're awesome. Stay awesome. Ciao, ciao. And thank you, separate thanks for Super Chat. For 2 Super Chats. Thank you. Ciao, ciao.